So, part 2 of Ninja Mixer Twitch stuff. Yay, part 2. Hello everyone, let's start! Ninja! Alright, this is the part 2 version, let's take a look.
Ninja back. Hey, question, please, yeah?
Sir, calm down. I see we got a little bit more time for questions. So, you, girl.
I was wondering
You know what,
if,
stop. Sorry, I can't be seen talking to you. The internet might get the wrong idea about our relationship. So instead,
Using the
let me
flop
talk to, you, unattractive adult human male.
Why are we still doing this? I mean, weren't you supposed to be telling us about why the Ninja Mixer decision was a mistake?
Look, I'm getting to it, all right? But first, in honor of this new and exciting exclusive streaming partnership with Blender, I am pleased to also announce this special edition merch, the Ninja Blender.
Wow.
What do you want now, Captain Buzzkill?
You realize that's someone else's product, right?
Clearly it's not. As you can tell right here on the front, has my name, Ninja. That's me, yours truly, top Fortnite game streamer. What say you, dead meme guy?
Well, will it blend?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Well then, you can cash me outside using it. How about now?
Yeah, that is super cringe. That is cringe.
Wow.
Yo, Drake, thanks for coming to my press conference. What say you, my homeboy?
Yo, Ninja bro, you know Drizzy's got your back. You're blowing my mind with this stank merch. But can we get back to the episode? Hotline bling.
Yeah, you know what? All right, let's do that. Hey, offstage guy, press the big red announcement button.
The big red announcement button.
Thanks. See y'all later.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
Hello.
Still running to the mail every day, hoping to find that elusive check from Mixer.
One Mario Plex dollars from Mixer.com paid to the order of MadPats.
Well, if it hasn't come at this point, it ain't coming anytime soon, since after today's episode, Mixer is never gonna want to talk to me, either because they're so offended by what I have to say, or because they see my point and how dumb they were to spend tens of millions to make this deal in the first place.
Ooh, ouch, burn. Ouch. Oh man. Oh gosh.
You see, last time I talked about all the good this deal provided. Ninja totally made the right move, cashed out when he was on the decline and guaranteed a lifetime of stability in the unstable world of online video. Mixer, true to its name, it's a bit more of a mixed bag. Seeing some short-term successes, searchability is up, traffic is slightly higher, but in an ideal world, you don't just strike a deal costing tens of millions of dollars with one of the biggest talent in the world for just 1 week of news stories. You do it for the cash. So let's take a quick look at the numbers, shall we? Ninja, in his first 18 days on Mixer, got himself 10 million views. Now, on YouTube, you can buy cheap views using YouTube's ad systems for about 2 or 3 cents a view. And that's not any sort of click farm sketchy black hat views. These are views that are outright purchased via YouTube's own advertising systems. So that's about $300,000 worth of viewership for the first half month of this partnership so far. Not too shabby. But since that first big push, things have started to level off, with him getting 20,000 average concurrent viewers per stream now. That translates to about 300,000 views per stream. Doing some quick back-of-the-napkin math here, that's 300,000 times roughly 260 streams per year, or 78 million views times 3 cents, about $2.3 million worth of views in any given year. Definitely good, but it's still far below what I assume, and what I've heard through my contacts, that he's actually getting paid. And still, that's not the whole story. When it comes to gaming itself, our views are actually much less valuable than the views of, say, a channel that appeals to moms who are making most of the household's purchases. Optimistically speaking, a view in gaming is like 0.3 of a cent. $0.003, my friends. So if you're looking for the actual value of 10 million views, you're talking something more like $30,000. That is a really low number that rounds out the year for Mixer with $234,000 worth of value. If you're paying someone 8 figures to get you views, well, that's still 2 figures short. But remember what I said last time. Most live stream platforms like Twitch and Mixer are earning most of their money off of you, your donations. Taking a cut out of every subscription, Ember, Bit, Byte, Super Chat, and Sparkle that you give to your favorite streamer.
The cheers, the beats.
So let's look at what those numbers could look like for Mixer here. A subscription on Mixer is $6. Now normally Mixer would take a split of that, but considering they just paid a solid 8 figures for Ninja's exclusivity, chances are they're taking his whole cut, at least for a while, as a means of making up that lost revenue. Subtracting out Amazon Prime subs, at the height of paid subscribers during his time on Twitch, Ninja had about 50,000. This was about the time that he had 4 million total followers. Now that's him at his absolute height of power. When he left Twitch, he was at 20,000, but we're gonna assume best case scenario here. Matching that 50,000 number on Mixer, a relatively unknown platform, with half the number of new followers.
Note that all these are all estimates back then for the year 2019, and we all know what happened in 2020, so yeah, that happens.
Nigh on impossible. However, Mixer is doing a free giveaway month to incentivize people to subscribe and then hopefully forget about the fact that they've given them their credit card information and are on auto pay. So let's just say that he gets all those 50,000 people on over. That would be $300,000 per month going to Mixer. That is best case scenario. It's a great number to be sure, especially off of one guy, and it results in $3.6 million total for the year headed Mixer's way, which is phenomenal. Unless, of course, you're paying tens of millions of dollars a year to keep that guy on your platform, which Mixer seems to be. What would normally be a huge payday is just your really expensive employee holding down a third of your platform. In short, any way you slice it, the numbers just don't add up in Mixer's favor. No, the Ninja deal wasn't just about pure revenue. It was a long-term play. They're not thinking about 1 year, they're thinking about the next 6. And that is what we haven't covered yet.
Literally the next year, 2020, things started falling apart for the world, for the human society. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Going back to when I started talking about Mixer, a video platform has 2 goals. 1, build a creator and viewer community, and 2, monetize it through advertisers and fan contributions. When it comes to attracting advertisers, there's a case to be made that a lot of the companies who weren't thinking about advertising on Mixer suddenly are thinking about it now. With the controversies that Twitch has been seeing recently and their plateauing viewership numbers, advertisers in the gaming world could be persuaded to hop ship to a different streaming platform with a brand-friendly Ninja as their poster child, and one with the added stability of Microsoft. But it's hard to advertise on a platform when there's only one person on it. That's where the community piece comes in, and where the Mixer Ninja partnership really starts to fall apart. To understand why community is important, think about each platform as a country.
To understand why communities are important, the communities are important.
And their community as their population. Instagram is Finland, where everyone is somehow leggy and blonde. Facebook is the country where everyone's over 40 and miserable. Maybe Russia? And Twitch is the country that if you're rich enough, you can probably toss around your cat. Too soon? Maybe too soon. The thing about any country is that in order to make it work, you need lots of people to fill lots of different roles. And it turns out that video platforms work in much the same way. There are going to be small upstart creators on every platform. There are going to be a couple really big standout names at the top. But what really holds a platform up in the long run is its middle class. Consider former President Obama's case for the US needing a strong middle class from 2011, summed up in a blog post written by David Madlin.
Oh my god, that was 10 years ago. That was literally a decade ago.
Quote, the middle class has a strong interest in making government work well, because quite simply, the middle class depend more on public services than the rich. End quote. If you're not getting how this applies to the Ninja Mixer situation, basically what he's saying is that if you're in the middle class, you need the system you're working in, or in case the video platform you're on, to work for you. The things that the middle class tend to push for benefit the most people because they're representing the average user of the platform.
The average, typical, mundane, mediocre, everyday, simple, plain, just ordinary individuals.
Good public transportation and affordable healthcare are two great examples. If you're rich, those things don't matter as much to you because you got yourself a car, a driver, and enough money to pay for the best hospitals. But for the middle class, those things matter because getting saddled with a $20,000 hospital bill means a huge chunk of your yearly income disappearing until that bill gets paid back. Now look at YouTube. Recently, YouTube made a huge policy change to prevent unfair copyright claims against creators. After years of pushing, YouTube came out with new features that make it harder to make false copyright claims. They even started suing some of the worst copyright trolls to make an example of what happens to people who abuse their systems. And who were the ones making the biggest push to get something like that enacted? Mid-tier creators. Those with tens or even hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Not so much from those with subscriberships in the millions, because big channels could sometimes backdoor their way out of those sorts of copyright situations, using their agents or their YouTube contacts. Or heck, those creators may not have even known those claims existed in the first place because they have teams dedicated to handling that sort of stuff. Mid-tier creators, though, don't have that luxury. Every false copyright claim is a
Hit them hard, you know. For the top people, they do not know because maybe the back end people are shoo 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 avoid.
punch to the gut. It is money directly out of their pocket. It is money that is quite frankly probably going to their rent check at the end of that month. So they made their voices heard in huge numbers over the course of months until the system started changing. And just to make it perfectly clear, there were indeed big creators fighting for this as well. I'm not saying every channel with over 1 million subscribers was like, I don't care about the copyright system. A lot of us do. And
He's put a target on himself. He understands the fact that he is a big, he has more than 10 million subscribers. He understands the fact and he's trying to be humble, which I sincerely think that he's awesome and really understanding towards. Stand from different point of view, stand in their shoes, and that's why I really like MadPats, the game Theorists. I really like the team that is doing the videos. They're awesome individuals. Thank you so much. All of you are awesome. Thank you.
a lot of us have been fighting for this tool for years, ourselves included, but many large channels had other options in these sorts of circumstances, or didn't feel it as acutely as the middle class. Obama also advocated for an economy that grows not from the top down, but from the middle out. The blog post notes that the highest classes, quote, can easily opt out of a country's regulations, or even move to another country, whereas when the middle class is strong, they have the political power to achieve their goals, end quote. Think again on how this applies to us. Top-tier creators on any platform often don't have the rules apply to them. Just look at the situation Twitch is dealing with right now over favoritism. And if they're not getting the treatment they want from that platform, they just move to another country, like the United Mixer Emirates. But the middle class has to make the system work for everyone because they don't have the luxuries of moving and bringing all their stuff, or fans with them. It's also pretty well known that in economics, the middle class is what drives innovation. Entrepreneurs disproportionately come out of the middle class, and the inventions that solve everyday problems comes from people who are dealing with those everyday problems, not the rich elite. I'm not saying that Obama's way is the right or the only way. The point of this way overextended analogy is that moving platforms forward in the long run requires creator communities, not just a couple of elite individuals sitting at the top. Nothing really replaces a creator middle class. And it also doesn't save the platform in the event that something changes, like say a game losing popularity. Let's talk about a hypothetical scenario where Fortnite disappears tomorrow. What would happen to all the platforms where people play it? Well, YouTube would stop getting Fortnite videos and basically go on as normal, since it's all about them diamonds these days, fam.
Minecraft!
There's just so much other
Among Us also.
stuff on YouTube that the viewership they would lose would be negligible. YouTube's creator middle class has tons of interests, from acrylic pouring to listicles about awkward save systems in games.
ASMR.
Using Fortnite doesn't really
Mukbang.
matter a whole lot. There's plenty of other stuff to watch. By the way, Rabid Luigi, I watch your channel every week. Literally every week. Just saying, you got a fan over here, congrats on your big move. Moving over to Twitch, if they lose Fortnite, almost 10% of the entire platform disappears, according to viewership statistics of games played on Twitch. Twitch has a much smaller creator community with narrower interests and a less built-out middle class, and you can probably see where this is going. The situation on Mixer is the most dire, where Ninja accounted for 50% of the total platform viewership in his first stream, and like I mentioned earlier, accounts for 32% since then. If Fortnite
Wow.
disappears, Ninja would still be there, but the other games he's played typically haven't pulled the same audience for.
Well, that's understandable.
Based on his Twitch stats, he loses 31% of his audience when he plays Apex Legends, 78% when he plays League of Legends, and over 90% of his audience when playing PUBG, Halo, or Final Fantasy. Since so much of Mixer's viewership is based on Ninja, and so much of Ninja's success is based on Fortnite, that investment in Ninja starts to look a little unstable in the long run. The long-term problem with Mixer's buying up Ninja, and only Ninja, is that he's one creator basically playing one game at the very tippy top of the creator economy. Great PR play in the short run, but in the long term, top creators don't decide whether a platform lives or dies. The platform spent its cash on one megastar, effectively making the rich richer and ignoring the fact that you can't create platform culture with just a single person. Presumably the hope is that with Ninja's move, lots of mid-sized creators will be inspired to make their jump to Mixer. But unlike Ninja, there's no revenue guarantee for them. Nope.
You might
Promise of financial or creative freedom like he has. For the millions that Mixer probably paid for Ninja, they could have made the less splashy PR move, but probably much more impactful move by giving that money to
spread out,
mid-sized creators. They could have encouraged hundreds or even thousands of mid-sized creators to build out a more diverse and frankly more loyal set of streamers on their land, giving the audience more options and hoping that some of them would indeed become hugely successful in their own right. Instead of having one creator whose income now doesn't rely on the quality of his streams, they could have instead backed thousands of streamers who would still be hungry for their opportunity, who hadn't gotten their big chance out in the spotlight, and who would still be looking to build audiences in their own right.
That is the mistake that MadPat pointed out, and I agree with it to a strong extent. Not totally, but to a strong extent as well. So, yeah. After all, we saw what happened in 2020.
They'd be vying for that #1 Mixer position, rather than just someone who's plopped into it and is basically unbeatable from this point forward. Ninja was a risky investment, not a diversified one, and not one that directly contributes to the platform growing in the long term.
Risky or diversify?
What Mixer showed was that they care about a headline, not a community, which to me doesn't bode well for the future of streamers there. But hey, who's to say? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe their bet will pay off and there will be a steady stream of players headed over there to make their fortunes on Mixer, inspired by Ninja's intrepid, if not exactly risky, jump on over.
This part of the video did not. This part of a video did not age well. Yeah.
We were around the corner from the Mixer revolution. Maybe. Tell that to Google Stadia. In the meantime, though, I want to say this. Doing this episode, I recognize how incredibly lucky I am to have the audience that I do. To be in that proverbial YouTuber upper class. I see how hard it is for smaller creators to get discovered these days. One of the reasons I loved having other shows on this channel, like Game Exchange or Smash History back in the day, was that it gave greater visibility and ad revenue, quite honestly, to other creators who were doing really good work but had smaller audiences. I love that idea of being able to pay it forward, of working together to be stronger than the individual parts, you know?
That's exactly correct. United we stand, divided we fall. Gosh, that's just the truth.
But sadly, YouTube and digital platforms as a whole have changed. Nowadays, I can't really host many other creators' shows on here like I used to, just because of how digital platforms work. You gotta keep that momentum up. And the science works because it's like, oh, we're practically the same show. Spoiler alert, don't tell anyone. But everything else, it just doesn't quite match up properly, right? Anyway, the reason I'm saying all this is this episode gave me an idea. honestly. I want to try something new. Mixer may not be going out of their way to support mid-tier and lower-tier creators, but you know what? We will here. Over the next few episodes, I'm gonna just take some time to send out a little love to someone out there who's really grinding away and doing awesome work, and who deserves to be recognized, just to pay it forward, hopefully give them some visibility, spread some good karma out there. So today, I chose you, Rabid Luigi. I've watched Rabid Luigi's channel for years, like I mentioned earlier in this episode, in fact. For those of you who don't know, Rabid Luigi does top 5 and top 10 countdowns, which may not sound like anything groundbreaking, but his topics are always fun and creative, like greatest games on failed platforms and top 5 games that you can't legitimately finish.
I once made a video about difficulty spikes, which is where there's this sudden rise in challenge that the player can't prepare for and often gets stuck at.
And in each of his lists, there's always an entry or two that surprises me, or some fact that catches me off guard.
Gamation got to work on Gamma Attack. Supposedly, the sole copy is owned by Anthony Donardo, who tried to sell it in 2008 for $500,000.
His calls to subscribe are also things of beauty. Play the clip.
Even when you do get around to saving, you have to watch this stupid ad like a mobile game about this mediocre YouTuber reminding his viewer to subscribe if they've enjoyed the video and hit a bell for notifications or whatever. What the f is a YouTube? This is 1996.
Right? They're awesome. They're like more seamless than our transitions into the sponsors at the end of videos. I will say though, Rabid, your French episode, yeah, it's a bit of a weird decision.
Le sujet sur lequel je puisse me tourner intéressant et fait un sondage sur la vidéo suivante.
I mean,
Like, hard to relate.
the whole thing was French. So if you like yourself gaming countdowns with a delightful accent and an equally delightful sense of snark, then Rabid Luigi is a personal favorite of mine. Link is down below in the thingamadoo, and if you have any favorite channels that you'd like me to check out and potentially call out if I like them, let me know down in the comments below. So anyway, in honor of Rabid, this has been MatPat, and remember, it's all just a theory. A game theory! Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Wow, Mixer. The big light bulb just. So that happens. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I sincerely appreciate all of you for watching this video. Thank you so much. I hope that I'll see you in my next video. If you do like this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and follow to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate your support and viewing this video. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. This video came up from the YouTube channel The Game Theorists. I'm a huge fan of their work and I hope that you will like this video and watch more of their videos. Show support for the videos that they made. They are awesome individuals. Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you. And yeah, unfortunately about the mixer thing, I'm so